Welcome back to Persona Q2 New Cinema Labyrinth. We are halfway through. Well, actually, we are literally at the halfway point of the final dungeon. There's only 3 major floors, and we're halfway through the second one. Actually got a lot of money that visit thanks to the, oh, we can buy treasure renews now. Lavish Badge, I think it's called. This time, we're gonna stop by the box office, and when we do, we're gonna have the intro to yet another special screening. And this one, is this the first special screening to directly feature Hikari? I think it is. Like, as in, she's like a major part of it. Which fits, because we've just, well, I wouldn't say resolved her trauma, because, you know, you can't really just instantly resolve somebody's trauma by fighting the embodiment of, like, the misunderstandings with their father and so on. I mean, granted, you know, in games like Psychonauts and Persona, you literally can fight the embodiment of people's traumas. But still, she's healing. She's definitely on the road to healing, and that means she can take part in special screenings. She forgot something important in this movie. Oh, I know what this one is. So, I'm kind of surprised they waited until this late to give us this particular team-up. Yeah, I like how an RPG character, for once, is, like, actually, like, aware of the fact that, yeah, we should probably deal with the god that's trying to enslave all humanity before we think about going to, like, a place and finding something I dropped. But the thing is, this is gonna help us fight the god enslaving humanity because, the more of these we do, the closer we get to getting evolved personas, which I really want before the end of the final dungeon. It's also very important if you're on Risky. I actually said it right that time. Ooh. Yes, Junpei, you are Caesar's best guy. I am so sorry, Akihiko and Shinjiro are Husbando fans, but no, Junpei is Caesar's best guy. It's like, you can consider a character, like, best guy or best girl, but in a non-romantic sense. Like I said, like, back in Persona 4, I consider Naoto the best girl of the P4 party, but she's also my least favorite romance option. Well, depends on how you define no time, but this is actually the special screening for the 3 bro characters. They're leaving one of the most obvious team-ups for last. And yeah, Rain's leadership's gonna get even better once we get evolved personas. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we finish all of these, that will unlock the Elizabeth fights. But I am probably going to stagger these out as we explore the final dungeon. Now, I remember this one being surprisingly tough, but we gotta do this one. Oh no, 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 please no, they didn't have to make me sing. Okay, let's do this. La-dee-la, ready for a musical film, la-dee-la, it will be such fun, la-da-dum-da. Wait, hang on. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Apparently we're British now. And or Majima. Don't even try to picture British Majima, that'd be insane. So yeah, we need to find Hikari's lost object, the thing she lost that she doesn't know what it is. Unluckily for her, it's not the thing your aunt gave you that you don't know what it is from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy text game, because in that one, if you literally drop it, it will return to you. Somehow. That's a very weird game. It's, the Babelfish scene in that game is worth studying, because that's a masterclass in trolling. Like, I think Douglas Adams wrote that game, like, it's like, by all rights, it's a terrible text adventure, but it's also kind of meant as a troll game, so it's pretty funny. I don't want to spoil how the Babelfish puzzle actually works, but if you Google the Babelfish puzzle, you will laugh. You will laugh because you're not the one who has to play it. Well, no, it's fine. Just take your time. Or as Junpei says, no need to feel guilty. Relax, relax. Why is Junpei the most relatable character of all time? Well, given it's a special screening, this is probably narrowed down to Hikari Act 1, because that's what the ticket says. That's more of a pamphlet. But the other super secret book that never leaves her hands is literally the Persona Compendium. The figure of Elizabeth that I have comes with that. It says Le Grimoire de Coeur on it. My French is horrendous. Which is weird, because, like, honestly, I'm not opposed to doing a playthrough of Clair Obscur on this channel. If I do, I need to improve my French for that. Seeing is believing, just like Believe It or Don't. Okay, when trying to get info on where the chests are, looking up the shape of bonds on Google just gives you atoms. And because this is Hikari, when it says Act 1, it also means Act 2, because these floors are effectively two parts of a whole. Oh, we can hear the special screening theme for this place for the first time. And yeah, well, this floor looks even smaller with all this cut off. You might notice, though, that one of the stage live segments, which we have no way of getting to, is still part of this, which would imply we have to reach there through the bottom floor. Also, the map being small is of a benefit, because now I immediately know where a chest is, thanks to Farsight. So the flowers will be a clue, but at least this isn't a frolic in the flowers. Hey, have you heard the news? Now, you couldn't possibly be talking about the black thing, right? Yes, I heard those rumors. I heard all about the black thing that girl was carrying, yes sirree. Ho, let me assure you, it is I who knows all about the black thing the girl was carrying. Well, probably from the flowers, I guess? Never say birds are a-twittering. Never say that. You can say the butterflies are blue-skying. That's, at least for the moment, marginally better. Naoto, you are in a musical. A place where people burst into song for no reason. It is not meant to be realistic. So apparently what Hikari dropped was a black thing. Ryuji talking to flowers was something I never knew I needed. Please tell me Ryuji's not going to have to dress up in a flower costume like that one episode of Sonic Boom. Oh no. Oh, he's going to have to sing it. Please sing. Please sing. Also, praising the sun is probably a Dark Souls reference. Sorry guys, they're delusional. They also wanted me to sing. Okay, that's actually not bad, Yukiko. I'll give you that one. Yeah, we've seen this only a little bit. I feel like Junpei is probably the most charismatic of the three bro characters. Ryuji just has the kind of the delinquent thing, and Yosuke is like, well... I mean, it's not that Yosuke isn't charismatic, it's more that, like, he just kind of... He's not good romantically. Oh no. Unfortunately, Junpei rolled a 1 on his charisma check. Yeah, it's like, charisma is the one Dungeons & Dragons stat I just feel like is just kind of, like, I can't really actively, like, model it with Persona characters, because, like, take Arn, for example. You'd think that Arn would have a high charisma stat, because she's very social, she's easy to get along with, she can make friends with pretty much anyone, most people she gets to know like her, and yet she's a terrible actor and deceiver, and those use the charisma stat in D&D. Meanwhile, Akihiko is like, he naturally draws in people, but his social skills are non-existent. So how do you model that? Like, I personally feel like, you could make an entire array of stats out of, like, sociability. Like, things like, I don't know, like, sense of self, self-awareness, just, like, general charm, empathy, persuasion, deception. Speaking of which, this actually does make sense. Hopefully Yosuke will be able to pull this off. Unfortunately, this is a Persona Q game, and this is Yosuke, so they usually run along with Yosuke having terrible luck, and it seems they still did. Or we get through them by perfect accident. I mean, I guess it makes sense for Yosuke to hit on the right thing by complete accident. Taken away. Down below. Yeah, well, we knew we were going to go there anyway. They wanted it. Yeah, we're going to have a fight at the end of this one. No. Not so much underground, but more in a floor below. So yeah, as you can well, actually, I can pull this out of the way. Yeah, so that's in Act 2. Yeah, this right here is, honestly, this is kind of weird when you think about it. Like, Hikari pretty much, like, created this place and her mind controls it. So, like, what happens if Hikari suddenly has, like, an intrusive thought and, like, something based on it will just suddenly appear and attack us? Like, it would be kind of terrifying to be inside your something created by your own mind. I mean, that kind of happened back in, Persona Q1 where we learned that Rei, controlled the labyrinth, and when we learned that the labyrinth was based on Rei's mind, and we accidentally made her think about kanji and a fundoshi, and it spawned some incredibly dangerous FOEs. So, first chest is a beard. That's not bad. It feels like it was so soon and yet so long ago that I was in this labyrinth. It actually was, like, one of the quickest labyrinths to go through, when it came to, like, just the raw video count. Best to check out the flowers here before we progress. No, that didn't work last time. We need to use Yosuke's customer service skills and make sure you mention the black thing, otherwise they won't say anything. Oh my, look at all of you. You say you're looking for the black thing, you say.
Yes, we know it oh so well. Listen close and I will tell you. I'm trying to smile while I say this, and it's disturbing. Along a dark blocked path, a house stands aswirl in wrath. See through a door infused with evil long ignored. Please stop. Thank you. Smiling flower, please stop talking, so I have to stop. Yeah, that's like Toy Story Barbie levels of weird. Oh, but you must take great care. They want it all to themselves, and they wait, lurking in the dark recesses of that house. They won't let you have it, never ever.
Yep. The fight is sounding tougher by the moment. No. If we keep going on, we'll be getting a unison attack with the 3 bros. And that's worth any amount of torture, mostly for Junpei. Shadow mummies. Oh boy, then like one of those mother shadows is gonna show up and go, "You called?" All for one and one for all, where apparently the 3 musketeers... Well, actually, hey, they are the three bro musketeers. Which one is which, I wonder? I guess Ryuji's probably Porthos, because Porthos is usually the big guy. Aramis is probably Yosuke, and then Athos would be Junpei. Actually, no. Junpei, none of them are really Athos now that I think about it. He's like the calm leader one, and that's not really any of them. I feel like you can make an argument for Junpei or Yosuke being Aramare. Well, I mean, I guess that he is sort of the de facto leader here, so maybe he is Athos. Also, forgive me if I'm pronouncing any of these names wrong, because I'm not good at French. I mean, you and, you know, Chie got along pretty well. Yeah, see, here's the trio of the initial 3 girls. Hang on, I just realized something. The initial 3 girls are 2 lovers and 1 chariot. And the bro characters are 2 magicians and 1 chariot. So chariot is always the outlier. What does it mean? I have uncovered an Arcana conspiracy. Probably just a coincidence, but still. I had a feeling the second chest was in here. Well, there are, yeah, as I was about to say, again, Junpei's just so relatable. There are houses everywhere! The end of a blocked path. So, yeah, where the charge commander, that's like the Leroy Jenkins role. Wonder if Hikari notices something. Be thankful this is an Akihiko screening, or he'd say, Protein! Protein is the only reason why I say strong. I still can't believe that, like, I often forget that Akihiko has a dead sister, because that's almost never brought up in spin-offs, even though it's actually a huge part of his motivation in the original game. Oh, well, yeah, but he is a Persona protagonist. Oh, Yosuke. Yeah, by this point, like the entire rest of the party is like, are those? Does he mean partner in that way? Are they a couple? It is sort of cool that all of them are like, the second banana to like the leader. But in a way, they kind of all feel like they had different dynamics, because Junpei was initially jealous of them. And he sort of only became a true friend later. Ryuji and Ren bonded together as fellow troublemakers and outcasts right from the beginning. Of course, Yosuke would be the one who's like, love! I'm not in love with my partner or anything! No, I'm not in love at all! Nope, never! No, yeah. Oh... Fiery friendship among men, except in the case of Yosuke, in which case it is totally romantic. I love them. No, if we say that to them, then Yosuke's gonna get very confused, so let's not do that. Yosh. Yeah, honestly, this is a pretty nice special screening. So, like, there's a blocked path right here, and there's also one how, and also there's an encounter. Okay, it looks like there's only one direction that we can go in, and I'm gonna have to flip the lifts again for that. Past here, there are 2 houses. And this is the only one that's examinable, so it's this one. So before you examine this, you will want fire, electric, and curse attacks, which we definitely have in this party. In fact, you're guaranteed to have fire and electric. Just wish there was some wind here. But I could have Yosuke be the kunai backup, the literal backups. Unfortunately, they took it away, and they'll never let us have it, so let's go! Oh, Ryuji didn't object to him calling himself a phantom thief. That's impressive. Yeah, these are actually totally new enemies. Reckless Okinas are weak to fire and electricity, and the Pistol Mother is weak to curse? Is she vulnerable to instant death? Also, what does pistol mean? The female organs of a flower. It's totally immune to instant death. She covers their weaknesses. However, they are still weak to electricity. Probably has to prioritize the mother, though. Give Yusuke a super boost. Unfortunately, Mitsuru is stuck hitting that fire screen. Huh. Oh yeah, that does buff his defense pretty considerably. And that would have been a boost, but it is no longer. Still does okay damage. And at least we get that. I'm wondering if I should Salome Kiss the mother. Yeah, they have a lot of health. Only Agility Bind. I would assume that means you're immune to the other ones, or at least have a very high resistance to them. Ugh, that's not good. Okay, if Mother's immune to Magic Bind, 50% resistant to Strength Bind. Yeah, Reckless Oaken is immune to Confusion. Agility Bind does work. As always, Agility Bind works on basically everything. Aha! Fire screen wore off. Okay, that will get me an all-out attack, which will kill off one of them, so I'll take that. Because otherwise one of them could have gone before Arn, and then somebody could have went down, so at least there's one off the field now. Aha! Finally, that comes into play. At least with these two, we can hopefully get in a loop of knocking them both down and all-out attacking. In a way, it kind of makes sense for, like, the three bros to actually be carried by the girls. Yeah, there we go, it's over. Please be worth a lot of experience. That was an annoyingly long fight. Yeah, it was worth a pretty good amount. Yeah, I'm not really sure I want a Lex screen. Well, that boost isn't bad. Finally! There we go! Because, like, you might think the fact that Ryuji learns that sort of, like, invalidates, like, Shinjiro in a sense, but, like, no it doesn't, because Shinjiro has that way longer. Oh. I like all of these skills, but Burst Boost is really good with Eiga on. But I also like all of these other skills. Ah! That's actually a... I can't believe I'm doing this, but I actually have to give that up. And with that, the story of the bros ends. Until they go back into their respective universes. Junpei has a pretty good storyline in Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Like, there were people who was, like, in the comments who were wondering why I said that's a problem for the relationship with Chidori, in Ultimax. That's because a lot of people think that Ultimax heavily implies that her dying is canon. But I suppose you can take it either way. There are some people who don't agree with that. They sure seem chatty for a group of guys who had to have the girls carry them through that fight. I can't control his responses in this game, so I'm not in control of what he's about to say. You're just saying that so you don't want to get smacked by Ryuji. You're just saying that to not make Yosuke embarrassed, but with the fact that he's definitely your favorite. Yeah, let's praise Skull. Ryuji Blush again! Yosuke Blush! Come on, Junpei, blush too, so we get all of them blushing. Oh, no, we all heard you. Yeah. And also, right now, Kotone is probably starting on, like, Yosuke and Yu fanfiction right now. But, I mean, you know, I don't approve of doing that to real-life people, obviously. I really hate the idea of shipping real people, but, yeah. For fictional characters, definitely write all the shipfics you want. Hey, he's blushing too! We got the blush trifecta, yes! Now he's blushing around Panther. Speaking of writing shipping fanfictions, you know, I'm kind of surprised I haven't written Ryuji and Arn before. Kind of wonder how I'd handle that. Because I don't want to make it too mushy or cliche. But I like the idea of, like, them knowing each other since middle school. Although some people could say that justifies more of a sibling-like relationship. So now Hikari has her black thing. The real question is... Also, Junpei, you're making way too many puns on her name.
Nah.
Oh no, don't worry. He's encountered worse puns before. He has built up an immunity. I mean, you can never truly build up an immunity to Akutsuki's puns, but it does give you resistance to everybody else's puns. Because you know that no matter how bad the puns get, you've heard worse. No, Elizabeth's actually crying because everyone's gonna forget, like, everything here, and therefore they're gonna forget that, you know, they said that you and Yosuke were in love. Yeah, I had a feeling it would be one of these. Yeah, you've seen billions of those with all the random encounters we've got so far. You know, I feel like if Hikari was a social link in an actual game, this would be her max social link item. You know, if Hikari had, like, a palace in the same sense as Futaba, maybe this is the treasure of her palace. Oh, now she is blushing. The blush virus is spreading. Eventually, everyone will be blushing all the time. Just like the smiling flower. Ace attentive. That's a bit of a reach, but I mean, if it means he's looking out for his friends, I'm fine with it. Yeah, well, you already have a girlfriend, unlike the other two. Why is this the blushing special screening? Well, I guess the bros are often shipped with the male, although I don't think Junpei's shipped with the Persona 3 male protagonist very much. Probably, I want to say it's because of Chidori, but I'm not sure. Because I know that Joker and Ryuji is a really popular ship, and I guess it is a wholesome dynamic, like more wholesome than him and Akechi, but I do feel that Joker and Akechi and maybe Joker and Yusuke make more sense than Joker and Ryuji, but that's just me. Yeah, it really is her max social link item. And yes, in order to return the awesomeness 100-fold, we're gonna get... oh boy, one of the most, special unison attacks in the game. The Captain, the Frontman, and the Commissioner. That should be the title of this movie. Our bros are weird, but we love them anyway. Romantically, in my case. No, I like how there's no option to be mean here. You know, in a way, I guess they are like the first mate. Oh, nice double navigator level. You guys are getting caught up. Oh, and Aigis leveled up out of that. Aigis is like... Futaba, why are you trying to add yaoi to my vocabulary? In what way does that relate to what we just witnessed? Oh yeah, defense debuff. I guess we can... Oh, but... Okay. See, here's the thing. Makoro doesn't have multi-target nuke yet. But we do have a Bane enemy for nuke, so... Like, granted, I don't actually really use Line Guard with Aigis much, so I may as well replace that. I have plenty of Line Guarders. And now, Junpei, Ryuji, and Yosuke can use partner power! Romantically in Yosuke's case. Okay, that one went long, but I guess we can... This one we put off for a while, so let's go ahead and do this. Also, I was wrong, this is not a unison attack. Treasure Hunters Wanted. What's the old rhyme? Switches gets riches? No. Well, that's still exactly what operating the switches in this movie will get you. Well, I was trying to do a sophisticated voice there, but I kind of failed. I was watching a streamer who does, like, one of the best rules card voices I've ever heard, but I really can't imitate it whatsoever. It's just that good. This is the same streamer who does an incredible Kay Faraday voice. And, like, if, let me have on record that if they ever make an Ace Attorney Investigations anime, I'm gonna actually write to Capcom and ask them and, like, petition them to get her to voice Kay. Thankfully, Elizabeth cut in before Morgana could yell about not being a cat. New warp points, new treasure spots. Yep, this is just another day for an AI guest special screening. Junpei's really stretching that today, isn't he? Oh no, we're gonna be beating up a ton of monsters anyway, most likely. Yeah, meanwhile... What audience? The audience watching you right now! Everyone in the comments, please say hi to Ryuji. I mean, honestly, of everyone here, I feel like Junpei could be a good actor, though he's probably more of a comedian. I can see Junpei being a stand-up comedian. Yes, kick asses, take names, get loot, make weapons.
Oh.
Yeah, so this elegant senpai energy is extremely overflowing right now. And I just realized that the name of this screening is a pun on Air Pressure, as in AIR. So, a second one of these screens with the teleporters are all messed up in where they take you. And you need to take the wrong teleporter at least a few times in order to get some treasures. There are also new treasure spots everywhere. And the ones that are already on the map do not count for this. Just suddenly thought that I like Haru's hat. I'm sure there are replicas out there, although the feather would probably be really awkward to keep in good condition. Thought Mitsuru said new traps for a second, but no, they're just new warps. Hopefully they're not trapped. It'd be easier to make a warp a trap, you would just make it so it has no destination, and so your molecules are like floating forever, where that's like a bad ending in like a text adventure game or something, where there's like a accident with a teleporter and your molecules are just dispersed all over reality with just, and it's actually really horrifying. But yeah, this goes down here now. Ah, yeah, there's a chest over here. So, both these teleporters will lead to a treasure spot, so it doesn't really matter which one we'll take. Yeah, here's one of the new ones, it's not marked on my map from before. Doesn't matter which way you search, you'll always find the unknown device. Hopefully it's for making another machine to make donuts! I have a recipe in the Sonic cookbook for donuts, but it's got a difficulty rating of like 5 stars, so... the bagel recipe is also pretty hard. Well, the map already marks where we've been, so that's good to know. Still have one more treasure chest to track down. It's this warp, apparently. Aha, yep, that leads us to this chest. And now that we have all the chests in this one, there's nothing left for us to do here. We actually need to take this teleporter immediately, which will lead us to the last treasure spot we need. Yusuke, you said it wasn't a threat, but we should know better than to take Yusuke's advice in a game where he is terrible. Okay, so that one was already there. But maybe it's still the one we need? It is! Okay. So, some of the ones that already existed do count. Interesting. Junpei, you always look like a star. I've always said that Junpei deserved the video game equivalent of an Oscar for their performance in P3 and in Reload. Yeah, if the lead in the next Fire Emblem game is played by Zena Robinson like a lot of people think, I am all for that. Oh, right. Okay, I understand what happened. Both of those teleporters lead to different treasure spots, so I need to backtrack and use the second one. Yeah, that's the one I didn't use, so yeah, let's check this one. And that is all three. So I haven't really had a whole lot of Haru Mitsuru development at this point, but we already got a decent amount of it in Conversations in the Fourth Labyrinth. Because it almost feels like Junpei is more important to this one, or at least getting more focus. I do wish you learned Power Charge back in Persona 3. I wonder how Morgana and Knuckles would interact. I feel like Knuckles would accidentally call him a cat and it wouldn't end well. Although Morgana and Rouge, now that would be an interesting dynamic. I feel like Morgana would probably start simping for her instead of Arn, now that I think about it. That would be, yeah, unfortunately for him, only Joker's playable in Cross Worlds, so I'm not able to write rival dialogue for them, but I know that's what would end up happening if they would meet. Nobody ever complained about the fact that special screening was not one of the better ones. But we had the bro one before it, that makes up for it. I mean, usually in movies, when somebody is obsessed with treasure, they're the villain of like a treasure hunt movie, and often the treasure kills them. There's like a... I forget what Overexposure Productions called that. I think it was like Deadly MacGuffin. There's a, yeah, it's a variant of like the MacGuffin plot that it's like the MacGuffin kills anybody who obtains it, and generally this is usually for a moral lesson. It's very, very common in Indiana Jones movies. To the point where whenever an Indiana Jones movie or even like tie-in game does not use that plot device, it's considered a plot twist. Granted that, like, the stones at the end of Temple of Doom were not, like, lethal, not lethal to anyone. They only became lethal, because, you know, the villain betrayed Shiva. I don't know why. I hear that "you betrayed Shiva" line every time I fuse Shiva in one of these games. Meanwhile, Mitsuru and Haru are talking a little bit. Still, I feel like, yeah. Oh, that was double Empresses, okay, not Expresses. Yeah, I feel like both of them have high charisma. That's a case where I wouldn't, like, dispute the charisma stat for D&D, because both Haru and Mitsuru, I mean, Mitsuru's social skills aren't, like, the best, but I do feel like them both having very high charisma does check out. Like, Naoto's another one where it's a bit confusing, because, like, just like Akihiko, Naoto kind of naturally draws people to her, but at the same time, her own social skills are pretty bad. So, like, I guess, like, more of a presence? Like, I don't mean in the case of, like, physical attractiveness, but in terms of, like, how much you naturally draw people to you, versus your actual speaking skills. Those should be separate stats. That's how I'd handle it. Because I feel like that would probably resolve the issues. Okay, now I want scones, or scones. They're pronounced scones in Australia. I've actually made a recipe for those in, it's a Blaze recipe in the Sonic Cookbook. Which I know that I talk about it a lot, and I know that it's Sonic Brain Rot, but it's legitimately a really good cookbook. If you are interested in learning cooking, I would honestly recommend it. And also the Persona Cookbook that's going to come out in, about a month from now. As of when this video goes up. Yes, you must fight for the, regular Joe department store versus the high-class, posh, rich people. Juness steak versus tea. Goblets full of steak sauce sounds kind of disgusting. Because those sauces have a lot of sugar in them, usually. Well, okay, that is nice. Yes, I suppose we should cherish these encounters, because we're about to forget about them. Okay, any level ups out of that? None of the main party. Oh, hey, we got... Yes, okay, good. I'm glad that we got that, because now Arn can, again, rare case of Arn actually learning AoE healing. So, I'll sell the Charm Scripture, but, yeah, I don't think I can squeeze in a third special screening here, so, we might have to do some more next time. But the Charm Scripture let us buy the Ofudas, which cast Matarukaja, Masukaja, and Marakukaja. In the next part, we will continue our trek through the final dungeon.